It's a great pleasure to be here in Basel and to see at first hand a manuscript that I've known about for many years but have never seen in the original. It's a copy of the Romance of Alexander in French prose. Thanks to a set of Xeroxes and slides provided long ago by my friend James Marrow, my advisor and collaborator David Ross was able to establish the important place of this one among the 18 surviving copies listed by the text editor Alphonse Hilke in 1920. They date from the 13th to late 15th centuries. I was able to narrow its position to a group of 4 manuscripts from the region of Reims in Champagne, or perhaps Ypres in Flanders. The other 3 are in public collections in Berlin, Brussels, and London. I compared the style of these with manuscripts from Champagne and Flanders, a Missal of Saint-Nicaise, made before 1297 in St. Petersburg, a Bible in Reims, a fragmentary book of Hours in Baltimore, and a Psalter of the Use of Ypres in Paris, as well as a cluster of copies of Brunetto Latini's Trésor, an important medieval encyclopedia. Several artists seem to have been working together, although incomplete, missing several miniatures at the beginning and the end. It stands out for including 8 scenes that are not found in any of the 3 related copies. And of these, Ross was able to establish that numbers 18, 20, and 90 are found in no other surviving copy of the Prose Alexander at all. Number 18, Pausanias' attack on Macedon reported to Philip. Number 20, Alexander rewarding his men after pacifying Armenia. Number 90, Alexander having King Calamus burnt alive. The French prose version as a whole comprises some 120 scenes, of which our copy transmits only 65. But several of them stand out for their unusual treatment of particular subjects. Alexander's exploration of the bottom of the sea shows his glass vessel placed on the back of the whale rather than underneath it, a touch of humor perhaps. And it fills up the sea with many more kinds of fish and marine creatures than the other copies. And Alexander's encounter with giants uses the top margin to extend the scene beyond the frame for maximum dramatic effect. The story of Alexander includes not just battles with enemies, but many encounters with strange peoples, exotic monsters, ferocious animals, and features his own wild horse Bucephalus, endowed with horns. People loved it, and the illustrations contributed greatly to the success of the story, transmitted not only in prose, but also in verse, and in many languages throughout Europe and the Middle East, from the 12th to 16th centuries. Alongside Arthur and Charlemagne, Alexander was one of the great heroes of medieval myth and legend, with roots in historical veracity.